Most people don't realize it, but long before there was a Las Vegas, Arlington was a gambling mecca. Tonight's Lone Star Adventure takes us to the campus of a Baptist seminary for a most unlikely history tour. We're headed to Arlington Baptist College and Top of the Hill Terrace.
The Top of the Hill tour starts here, so come on in.
Vicki Bryant's tour takes the visitor back to a time when gambling and prohibition were on a collision course with old-time religion. Vicki became a self-made historian after her husband took a job at Arlington Baptist College, and she discovered the longtime link between an illegal underground casino here and the seminary's founder, Dr. J. Frank Norris, a man who had vowed to close it down.
And it was nothing for $250,000, well up to $500,000 to exchange hands here on the weekend.
Top o' Hill was a notorious place in the 1930s and 40s, attracting outlaws like Bonnie and Clyde.
We have 4 confirmations they came here.
Movie stars.
Lana Turner came here, and so did Tom Mix, the cowboy actor.
Inside a shed at the college, the Top o' Hill pool survives, where heavyweight boxers Max Baer and Jack Dempsey once trained.
The original casino walls are from here back.
In the basement, where the cafeteria is now, Vicki discovered a secret room.
This is the tunnel that we know about,
leading to one main underground tunnel, and what she believes are at least 4 connecting tunnels.
People would run out here up into the tea garden where they had food and drinks planted.
Gangsters mingled with Hollywood stars and gamblers, all scrambling out the tunnels when an alarm was sounded from the front gate, with lawmen on the way.
Time the police got up down into the casino, there was no one there gambling. It was just people sitting there singing hymns.
The tea garden is still here, a place where Tom Dorsey's orchestra played, and a young Ginger Rogers tap danced. Vicki Bryant became so fascinated with the story that in 2002 she began to offer tours of the place. A year later, 2003, the State of Texas Historical Commission designated Top o' Hill Terrace a historic landmark.
This is actually the number 2 on TripAdvisor's things to do in Arlington.
Decima Mullen from the Convention and Business Bureau says only AT&T Stadium is a more popular draw in Arlington.
Yeah, this was Vegas before Vegas, and that's a pretty huge deal.
As part of the tour, Vicki plays a recording of a sermon by Dr. Norris recounting a 1933 raid that he led at Top of the Hill.
We're sending a man out with a special warrant for the Top of the Hill Terrace.
The story drips with irony. Dr. Norris died before it happened, but the Baptists bought the place in 1952, as he'd predicted, and turned it into the seminary it is today.
Dr. Norris was fighting the gambling crowd, the liquor crowd, and they hated him so they burned his home and church down 2 times.
Vicki loves giving the tours, but admits to walking a fine line. The brothel, for example, is a part of the story that the preacher's wife is uncomfortable sharing.
We've been married 48 years and we've never allowed a deck of cards in our house, and here I am telling the story of a casino sometimes 200 times a year.